now that they got the ND out, why won't they put out the list of who was at the goddamn party? Fuck the agreement. We already knew. We already know that you gotta sign some party, a freaky deaky party like that. We already knew the NDA was gonna be a release. We already knew there was an NDA. Nobody give a fuck about the NDA. We want to know who was at the party. Anyway, I gotta start this podcast. Yo, this is Vance Michelle, aka V Daddy, aka V Love, aka V whatever the fuck he wants to be for the week. Now, I mean, I'm back with the rapid flames, throwing flames on the shit that I know. Yeah, and that's how it goes. Yo, right now, I just came back from it was a crazy Halloween weekend, and it would be a little stretch if I would say a Halloween weekend, because that shit was a Halloween week or a Halloween bender or some shit like that. I don't know. It was like Halloween for 9 days straight, where I'm at in Montreal, Canada. Maybe in most places in the Western Hemisphere, Halloween was fucking 9 days, 10 days for some places, because that shit fell on a Thursday, and a lot of people wanted to have their Halloween parties the thing is, the Halloween was on a Thursday, and the weekend after that was November 1st and November 2nd. Usually when you have a Halloween, the Halloween weekend after that will still be October. But you know what? They was like, yo, you know what? Since it ain't gonna be October this time around, they had the parties in the weekend before and the days before, which made Halloween stretch out for about 9 days. 9 days. And it was beautiful though, in a lot of places too, because for those 9 days, there was a lot of scandally clad girls out here, and me being a heterosexual man, this was just a beautiful motherfucking thing to see out here in these streets for 2024, because it's been hard. It's been hard. Rates go up. Everything is up. Shit that you used to buy for just on the regular, you ain't buying on the regular now. That shit is a treat. Can you believe it? A pack of Oreos to some motherfuckers right now is a treat. It's a treat. If you see Oreos in somebody's house right now, a pack of Oreos. A package of Oreos, B. Now, I'm not talking about just chocolate cookies with the cream in the middle. Now, I'm not just talking about those. I'm not talking about just the regular cookie. I'm talking about Oreos. I'm talking about the brand Oreos. If you find Oreos, those cookies in the house right now, then you appreciate where you at. You appreciate the situation. Appreciate where you got right now. Because if I want some cookies with the cream in them, I'm not getting Oreos. I'm getting some great values. That's a Walmart brand. Whatever I could get at Dollarama. Or maybe, if anything, if I got Oreos, I probably just got them from real talk, I probably just walked by the Salvation Army. They probably was giving out some cookies and shit, and I just picked up a pack. It's like, yo, poof. I stole the Oreos. If you see Oreos in my house, I stole them shits. And if you see Oreos in most people's cribs right now, they probably stole them shits. Can't nobody get Oreo. It's hard out here in these streets. And because you see how tough times it is for the cookie niggas out here to grab some cookies and shit, it's nice to see that Halloween is still Halloweening out here. I mean, not as much though. Ain't nobody finna buy $100 costume no more. Because I was finna to be Superman this year, but I was like, nah, I ain't doing Halloween this year at all. But like I said, the motivation for me coming back into Halloween when I thought I was out, because I skipped this whole fucking, it was 8 days. I told you it was 9-10 days of Halloween out here, but it was about 8 days where I was like, nah, I ain't even doing Halloween. And Halloween was pretty warm too. On Halloween day, it was the warmest Halloween I ever felt in my whole lifetime. I was like, wow, I ain't even dressed up for this one. This is the one I chose to sit out for, but I sat out. I didn't go, but I chose to sit out. I almost sat out, and I went to a Halloween party on Thursday night. I actually went to not one, not two, but three of them shits. All right, that's what happened to me. I went to 3 of them shits, and then after that, on Halloween day, Friday, I tapped out. I didn't even get to go nowhere. I woke up and ended up with a charge. I'll tell you about that later. Matter of fact, I think I'll tell you about that charge when I come back from the break. Cause yeah, your boy's in trouble right now. I might as well tell y'all what's up with me. And so y'all can keep an update with me. Cause one day y'all might be like, yo, what the fuck happened? That's what happened. Like if I get, I'm not going to say because I'm powerful with the words. Usually when I say some shit, it usually goes down. So I'm not going to say the worst case scenario for me, because if I keep saying that shit's going to actually happen. So I'm not fucking saying anything unless somebody asks me what happened. All right. Anyway, Friday was that day, and because Friday was such a bad day, I decided to party anyway on Saturday, and Saturday was pretty fucking great. Like, I went to a good after Halloween party at the Art Loft. Shout out to my man Quinn for holding it down, because matter of fact, shout out to my man Quinn, who was like, man, I can't believe you taking a pause this Halloween, B, especially when I be throwing my Halloween party every year, and you know how that shit always go down, baby. It always go down at my Halloween party. How you ain't coming to my Halloween party, baby? It don't make no sense. As long as I known you always came to the Halloween party, Vance. And I looked at Quinn like, yo, you know what, man? I don't know if I'm gonna come for the 2024. But then the day rolled up and I was in there for the 2024. Yeah, I busted out the Spider-Man costume I wore last year. And shit, I came up in there, you know what I'm saying? Just, It was great. It was a fun fucking time for Halloween. Matter of fact, I came back for the Halloween. It brought my Halloween spirits back into motion. I caught a vibe at that Halloween party. Shout out to Quinn for always having the Halloween party of Halloween around my way in Montreal, baby. I'm telling you. And yo, I was fucking hungover though. Like, I think after all of that partying and shit, like, your brother just, like, that Sunday, I mean, no football, no comedy, no nothing. I wanted to put out I wanted to record this podcast Sunday, but I was fucked up. And like, I went to that party I partied hard Thursday night, partied hard Saturday night. Thank God I didn't party hard that Friday night. Friday night, I should have partied Friday night. That's the one Friday night. I skipped out a comedy show and another party. I skipped out my boy Ben Cardilli's birthday party. Man, I actually regret skipping that party. If Ben, you hearing this right now, man, I'm sorry for missing your party, man. My bad, yo. I took a nap though from partying before. I forgot to set the alarm, and Ben Chili Cardilli, my boy, yo. If you're hearing this though, please, or if somebody that knows Ben Chili Cardilli, tell him. You know, I deeply regret missing his birthday party, but that's my boy. I see him on a Monday. He'll come to my show anyway. Monday, World's Smallest Comedy Night, which is at Hurley's Irish Pub, every Mondays at 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Yeah, he be coming to that show, and so I'll see him there and I'll say what's up to that motherfucker and tell him what's good. Anyway, I'm glad that Halloween is fucking over. Next year, you know what I'll do? I'll be Superman. I definitely gonna bust out the Superman costume. Halloween, for me to be like, I just realized something too about myself too. I'm like, for me to be like, yo, I'm gonna pause this Halloween. I'm like, it was kind of ridiculous because that is actually the time where everybody's out to party. So if anything, I was supposed to like quit the partying or all the chill like the month before or the weekend before or the months prior to this Halloween week. I should have just been on chill. I shouldn't even been out here. Even though I'm a comedian, I entertain, I should have just been doing my job. Just go to work and come back home. You know, just go out there, entertain the peoples and come back home and work on some more motherfucking content at the crib. But like, Yeah, like for me to say like, yo, I ain't gonna do Halloween, that's ridiculous because these bitches be out here in some real, and they be ready to party. It's the 1 week where everybody's ready to get down with the get down. You know, it's a real party where people are out here. Like their freak meters go way the fuck up. If it was down, they'll turn it up. Even the one ain't never been freaks before, they'll be like, okay, let me turn my freak meter up a little bit. And then the girls that are already freaks, they're like, let me turn my shit way up. Or some girls that ain't even freaks before, they just be like, yo, let me turn my shit way up tonight because tonight's the only night I'm going to turn it up, and then I'm going to turn it way back down for the rest of the year. But Halloween is the time when all the freak meters go up, and I'm with it. And I couldn't believe I was about to skip out on the whole shit. But I had good people, good friends, and that told me, hey, Vance, man, don't miss this out. Don't miss out. Don't be a dummy. Don't miss out on the Halloween. Do you see what's going on out here in these streets? Don't miss that opportunity. And I'm glad I didn't. Shout out to my real ones out there who kept me in the game, who told me, man, don't pause this Halloween. Because those are, for you guys, man, listen, man, for you guys, if I had the money, man, I'll buy you all Christmas gifts. But it's hard, man. Like I said in the beginning of the motherfucking things, man, ain't nobody getting no Christmas gifts. I can't even get Oreos in my motherfucking cabinet right now. Hey, yo, we just found out that Megan Thee Stallion just lied about fucking Tory Lanez before she got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. Allegedly. Well, that's what the motherfucker got convicted of, so we can't even say allegedly no more. But still feel like we want to say allegedly, because now Megan Thee Stallion, we just found out that she lied about fucking Tory. Now, why is this news? Or why is this like, oh, why are we even talking about Megan Thee Stallion lying about fucking Tory Lanez? This motherfucker in jail already. Like, so what? Here's the deal. The reason why this shit is kind of noted and kind of like, because the case would have went a different way. The motives would have went a different way. See, the story that the DA painted for the jury would have went a different way if the jury knew that Megan and Tory was involved with each other sexually. Because, like, I mean, the motives of every person would have went different. What her character would have looked like in front of the jury would have looked different. Her oppression in front of the jury would have been different. This whole outlook of the case would have been different. Matter of fact, the outlook of the case would have been what the streets already knew. But they wasn't trying to put that story in the case or in front of the jury. And that's what had Tory locked the fuck up. If they knew, if this information that came up during the case, we saying Tory probably not have been in jail. That's what, this is the reason why this is some news. And this is crazy to me because this is like, wow, this actually shows that, yo, there was a plot to put this nigga behind bars. Which got me thinking like, damn, dog, if this nigga got plotted on, which niggas got plotted on? What niggas been got plotted on? Know what I mean? And who's part of the plots? Because this ain't even a white-black thing no more, B. This is a who versus who kind of goddamn thing. Who's plotting on who and shit. And even, so when Drake was saying some shit about Megan, Drake's not part of the plot. And right now, Drake ain't even hot. It's all coming together right now, B. It really, really is. It's like there's like a thing, and you don't go against that thing. But right now, that thing is getting, I don't know who's part of the thing or not, because you thought the thing was Diddy and Jay and Rock Nation and all of that, but it looks like it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, and I ain't even trying to see. I'm not even trying to figure out who's big, what's the big thing, and why would Megan lie? All right, you out here, you didn't want to be known as a girl that's fucking Tory Lanez and shit, or what? Because you, I mean, he was hot at the time. You was hot at the time. You hot at the time. You went Kamala Harris's rally. You and Glorilla performing and shit. So you must be I guess you think Tory Lanez wasn't as hot as you or something? So you just gonna play the nigga? Be like, I ain't fucking this little short nigga. When that nigga was tapping that ass. Ah, you wild. That's why a broad like you deserve to get shot in the foot. Cause you out here thinking you could play niggas. And you think you could play anybody too. Like, I don't know how much you think that pussy is worth. But I don't know. I don't think you should stop lying about the next nigga you fuck. Don't lie on that nigga. Cause she could probably shoot you in your kneecaps or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And this is a good story for any chick out there who think they could lie about fucking niggas. Because niggas out here, I mean niggas, and for niggas out here too, think they could be lying about fucking bitches or girls with power or something like that. Though it goes both ways. Don't lie. Don't lie about it, because Shorty might come back. It might come back and shoot you in the foot. Speaking of shooting himself in the foot, is Tony Hinchcliffe. You probably heard Tony Hinchcliffe was at the Trump rally and he was talking hot. That motherfucker was talking hot about Puerto Ricans and shit. Like Puerto Ricans ain't even Americans. He was talking some jokes and shit, some jokes that go over with his crowd, his edgelord, quote unquote, edgelord crowds. But, yeah. So Tony Hinchcliffe was, he was on a Trump rally, and, them Trump rallies be big. Matter of fact, that's the platforms, the past month, the biggest platforms right now is the Trump rallies or the Kamala Harris rallies. Fuck what you heard. You ain't even got to be on the internet or anything like that. If you trying to get popping or lately, then you got to be at the Trump rally. That's what you got to do. Or you got to be at the Kamala Harris rallies. That's what you got to do. If you want to be relevant and stay in the news, popping, whatever, you just got to be at these rallies. You got to do it. Recently, you seen Alicia Keys, and Alicia Keys had a Kamala, putting in that work, telling y'all vote for Kamala, but making America know I'm still out here. Beyonce as well. Cardi B, surprisingly, at the Trump rally. Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion was at the Harris rally, but Cardi was at the Trump rally. Split decision on WAP right now. But anyway, so if Cardi B with Trump and Megan D is with Kamala, then where does the WAPs reside? Where do the WAPs lie? Because that's the side I'm on. That's the side I'm on. That is the side I am on. Anyway, back to what I was saying that. Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe, he was talking mad hot. I'm talking about hot at the Kamala Harris rally. Let's get into what he was talking about real quick. Boy, that boy was talking hot. Hinchcliffe took aim at, quote unquote, these Latinos, saying they love making babies too. Just know that they do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside just like they did to our country. Ooh. And then elsewhere in the Hinchcliffe floated the idea that, quote unquote, Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson, and quipped, every day the Democrat Party looks more like a Diddy party. When some of his jokes landed with a thud, Hinchcliffe said, Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor. Well, who's mad right now about this shit? We got Bad Bunny, Jennifer Lopez, and Ricky Martin. Okay, those are America's favorite Puerto Ricans right now. Okay, and they all posted their public support for Kamala Harris in the aftermath of Hinchcliffe's joke at the rally, you know. And even people in the Republicans, they was mad. Like, we got a Republican lawmaker, Anthony Desposito, motherfucker wrote on X, formerly Twitter. That shit has been formerly Twitter for about a year now. Cause motherfuckers still can't believe that shit called X. You call that shit X. Like, you wrote that, you seen what happened on X? Like, that shit sound crazy. No, motherfucker, how the fuck? You should have just kept the name Twitter. Twitter's a lit name. Anyway, how the fuck? That's why the formerly Twitter is going to stay there for about a year. About 3 more fucking years. That's a formerly that's going to stay there forever. X, formerly Twitter. That shit's going to be like that for 10 years. Because ain't nobody I know calling it X. I mean, you still tweet. You still do your tweets. Yeah, yo, you seen that tweet? Where'd you see the tweet at? On X. That shit sound corny as fuck. X, formerly Twitter, is what it's gonna be. That's crazy though. Anyway, Anthony Desposito added, my mom was born and raised in Puerto Rico. It's a beautiful island with a rich culture and an integral part of the USA. It for real, like, it's so integral part of the USA. I didn't even know there was any other Latinos outside of Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. I didn't know any other Spanish people did that exist before I lived in Canada. Before I lived in Canada, I thought the only Latin descent, like people that speak Spanish, are Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. Then I come out here, I meet Chileans, Argentinians, Colombians, Ecuadorians, what's that other place? What's that place named Chile? That I don't know, start with a B, but you know, actual Spanish people, Spaniards. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers from other Spanish speaking Dominican Republicans. You know, I mean, I'm just mean a whole lot. And they look good. They look really good, you know. And I'm not, shout out to the Puerto Ricans though, they really look good, but you know, just that whole Latin flavor. And you know what? They said that he broke a cardinal rule of comedy. And he's saying he ain't breaking no cardinal rule. I don't know what the rule he broke. I guess it's just not to be mean or to single out, to whatever. He was really insulting, you know, because right now the wave of jokes is to be really insulting. But here's the thing. If you're not going to get away with the art, because joking and stand-up comedy, it's all about the art. Like, and the art is, matter of fact, art, just general art. Like, art is when you do some radical shit and you get away with it. But if you do some radical shit and you're not getting away with it, that's not art. It's not art. It's not performance. I don't think what it was, you know? Like, you got up there and you were supposed to say some shit about Puerto Rico. Now, a lot of people say some shit about Puerto Rico that's mean, but it's funny and it's art because they got away with it and it was funny. But now you got up there, you thought you could get away with it. You didn't get away with it, my man. You got caught. You got people out here mad, from Bad Bunny to Ricky Martin to Anthony Desposito, Maria Elvira Salazar, Rick Scott, Carlos Jimenez, Daniel Alvarez, You know, even Trump don't even want to fuck with you no more. After that, it was like, okay, Hinchcliffe, you wrap it up. They don't know you no more. Even the advisor was like, yo, whatever Hinchcliffe said, we not part of that. And then the shit just made motherfuckers think like, damn, that's what they really think of us? Now the Puerto Ricans is like, damn, that's what they think of us? Just like the blacks. That's what they think of us. That's what they think. That's what they think. Because now that shit made people think about how Trump handled the Puerto Rican hurricane. Remember the hurricane that happened in Puerto Rico? About 2 years ago, right? Like, in 2017? That was about Trump. Does anybody remember how he responded to Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico? It was absolutely horrific down there, insulting people. Yo, was Trump president in 2017? Let me think about this shit. Oh, hell yeah, he was. Yeah, he was president in 2017, 2024, 2017. Yeah, he was president. He came to president in 2016. Damn, there's been oh shit. Okay. So now his 4 years, Biden's 4 years is up. He ain't even trying to rerun. Cause Sleepy Joe came the fuck out. So, damn, because, remember how he handled the shit? The Puerto Rican, that Hurricane Maria. Now motherfuckers is like, yo, does anybody remember how he responded to Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico? It was absolutely horrific down there, insulting people. So look, I know that the folks who are on here today understand this. People in Puerto Rico are citizens. They pay taxes and they serve in the military at almost a higher rate than anybody else. And this was said by Tim Walz, Harris's vice presidential running mate. Tim Walz called Hinchcliffe a jackwad on a Twitch stream with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. There's a lot of people with a lot of syllables that are fucking mad. And when you got all those syllables mad, you know that's gonna create some noise. And right now, if I was Hinchcliffe, I will bounce the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got Bad Bunny and Jennifer Lopez mad at you and Ricky Martin all at the same damn time, that's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. And right now, I don't see Hinchcliffe might not be in the movies, or he might. This is where you might see who them is, really. You know, because I don't know, like Hinchcliffe. No, but Hinchcliffe saying that dumb shit though. How you gonna say Puerto Rico is a floating? This is what he said too. He said, I'm gonna go back to the what the fuck. The motherfucker said Puerto Rico's a floating island of garbage. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Like, what? Because this is the thing. Puerto Rico is America. So why would you even say this? You got the man running for America. You trying to rally up all sides right now. Trying to be the leader of the whole country, not just one part of the country. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he might be representing one side of the country, but he ain't trying to lead one side. You trying to be really out here leading everybody. So you got to say some shit that everybody fucking want. And for you to be like, yo, I tried them Puerto Rican jokes at the club. They worked and all that. Cool. They worked at the club, but you about to go to a rally, American platform, and the guy trying to be the president of the United States. Why would you diss? If you wasn't trying to diss Wyoming, then you shouldn't be trying to diss Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't trying to diss Kansas, then you ain't trying to. Then you should have the same attitude of not trying to diss Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico's America too. It's America too, Tony. Read the room. I mean, you going out there saying all this stuff about comedy and all that. The first fault, how do you not read the room? Most professional knows this. I'm a professional in my dance. I've been doing it for 7 years. When I was 2 years, matter of fact, I was on your show, Kill. Tony Hinchcliffe. I was on Kill Tony. You go look up that episode. Kill Tony in Montreal. I'm the first one up. All right. So I'm kind of a little disappointed because I know Tony. Yeah, I don't know Tony, but I brushed up with Tony like once, twice, 3 times. And I'm just like, damn. I can't believe you didn't read the fucking room. Read the room. Know that Puerto Rico's America. We're American, just like you. And matter of fact, check this. You read the room right now. Alright? See who wants to turn it up. Alright? If you got motherfuckers that want to turn up right now, then turn up. Because we gonna turn up with this Vito Blaze track. Well, a little Vito Blaze freestyle. That's what I'm saying. And then after that, I'm gonna come back with more flames to throw on the shit I know.
1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Okay, it's on. I can hear myself. It's time for me to come in.
Oh, it's time.
Yeah, let me come in. Yeah. I came in just to make sure it pops. Didn't forget my humble beginnings. Didn't start with a lot. I had to wait online just for my chance to piss in the pot. Now I got a chance to prove I'm dope when you think that I'm not. Boy, stop. I got fans are waiting outside when I drop. They gon' be with me until the day you see your boy rock. And this is strictly for my homies on they day job. You also working the night shift. You can get the nod. Oh Lord, Vito falling off, bitch, nah. Every time you see him, all the shows ends in applause. Spitting metaphors and bars that was sharp as claws. Words cutting niggas real deep. Vito had to come out with the gauze to stop all of y'all dead in y'all tracks. To thinking Vito wasn't potent enough to cook up this crack. Okay, I think it's time for me to relax. Somewhere chilling, sun tanning on the beach. I know them bitches be at. Hey, that's all I gotta say right now. Know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to be standing around being mad. Shit. Why you mad?
Hey, yo, that was You Mad freestyle by Vito Blaze. Speaking of Vito Blaze, aka Vance Michelle, if you want to see Vance Michelle perform, he usually performs at Hurley Irish Pub, hosting the world's smallest comedy night at Hurley's Irish Pub, and that show is at 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. That's right, 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. We got 2 shows going on that Monday. All right, so if you're gonna come to Montreal, or you already living in Montreal, all you gotta do is just go to 1225 Rue Crescent, look for us every Mondays, 8 p.m. We in Hurley's Irish Pub for the world's smallest comedy night. And you can also check out my comedy special on YouTube. Search for the Just Blaze comedy special. It's by me, Vance Michelle, aka Vito Blaze. And it's called the Just Blaze comedy special. So just listen and give your brother, watch that shit, comment on it. If you don't, I don't know, if you don't have the time for it, at least follow me on Instagram at VBleezy, and I'll be posting up the clips this week. They'll be posted up on this clips, and they'll be up on the YouTube too. They'll actually be up on my YouTube. So if you're listening to this on the Rapid Flames YouTube, I suggest you start following my YouTube, which is Vance Michelle's YouTube, where, matter of fact, if you just go search for the special, just there it is. There's my YouTube. Subscribe to me, baby, and you'll see the clips. If you don't watch if you ain't got time to watch the whole special, then at least subscribe so you'll see the clips of the special. And then if you like the clips, then you're gonna be like, oh, I might as well see the special now, because it seemed like 4 or 5 clips. I mean, they were pretty okay. So give the special some love. Show some love to the special. Yeah. Just like that. Just Blaze Comedy Special. And if you in the Montreal area, show some love to my show, please. Okay, the world's smallest comedy night, 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. at Hurley's Irish Pub. That's right. And check this. I got a plug for you too. If you like weed and all that and you want your shit delivered to your house, go to bloom-supply.ca and use my promo code Vito Blaze, VITOBLAZE, and you will be in, baby, with a $40 discount. Not a 40% discount. $40 discount. You feel? I'm not telling you, yo, you get 40% off. Nah. I'm telling you, you get $40 off. Which, in comparison, I think these days is straight up better. You know? I'm telling you straight up, like, yo, your first order, you use my promo code, VITOBLAZE. Guess what? You get $40 off. Alright? So go do that, baby. Do that for me. Do that for yourself. If you want weed and you want that shit delivered to you, you live in Canada, shit comes to you in like 2 to 3 business days. Holla at your boy, okay? That's what I do. I'm talking to you. I just hooked you up. Now, with the $40 that you just saved, you can go buy some motherfucking Oreos. All right. Now, I done talked about Tony Hinchcliffe fucking up his corporate bag at his Trump rally. I done talked about Megan Thee Stallion lying about getting nutted on by Tory Lanez. I done talked about my Halloween weekend and shit. And right now, I might as well talk about what special day is going on after the weekend. Matter of fact, as soon as you hear this podcast, it's probably that day. We talking about election day because, man, this past year has been crazy. Okay, like I said, the Trump rallies, it's been parties, and Kamala Harris has been some type of parties. We got Trump talking about, they eating the cats and dogs on at the rallies, and then we got Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla performing at Kamala Harris's rallies. Like her rallies is hip hop parties, and Trump rallies is KKK rallies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is right now. In those two sides, this shit is about to be over today. November 5th, 2024. Who the fuck are you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick the black woman, or you gonna pick the white man? Now, let me tell you something. I was looking at this thing earlier. I was listening to the thing about how Nixon and Kennedy was when they was running and shit like that. And the fact that Kennedy looked more of a leader than Nixon is the reason why he won that election. Because the people are fickle. That's whatever they deceive. The thing is, when you didn't look at them and they sounded the sound, right? The sound. When they sounded and nobody didn't even pick, like when the debate was on radio or some shit like that. They thought Nixon sounded like the better candidate because he sounded way more competent than Kennedy. Kennedy, you hear him talk, you be like, and Nixon is like, and then Kennedy's are like, He sounds shook up. Matter of fact, so does Biden. Biden sounded shook up too. Now Kamala sounds more competent than motherfucking Trump. But at the end of the day, is America ready to follow a woman? This woman does look like she got her shit together though. Way more than Hillary though. Like she does but it's like the black version of Hillary. But the only thing that's stopping Kamala is because she locked up so many niggas. And that's the thing. And right now, I heard she the one that not her the one, but it looked like she the one that, you know, when Michael Jackson was going through all them allegations and shit, you know, that's why Janet don't even fuck with motherfucking Kamala Harris. And then, you know, Janet Jackson out here voting for Trump because back in the day, Trump actually was looking out for Michael. When Michael was going through it, Trump didn't give a fuck about all of that. Matter of fact, had Michael Jackson around the kids. See, that's another thing with Trump. Trump stayed doing some, yo, how the fuck be? You gonna do all this, say all this shit? But he had Mike's back. This one's a real hard choice right now because Trump, he keeps coming back with some, and I keep sounding like I'm endorsing this motherfucker. But I can't ignore the little things, the touching things that he do. Come on, B. Yeah, Mike Jack's back in the day. Anyway, y'all make a fucking important choice, okay? Because it's going down November 5th. And who are you gonna pick? I'm sure you heard the NDA of the Diddy parties is out. All right? And in the terms of these NDA motherfuckers, before they even get into the freak offs, they will have to sign something that that says that you can't say anything about this party for as long as Diddy lives, plus 20 years on top of that. Shit is the most absurdest NDA ever. And this agreement is ironclad and all of that. But who gives a fuck about all of that? I want to know who, and everybody wants to know. This is the question. Since this shit jumped, who was at the fucking parties? Because we all keep hearing about how these black celebrities were at the party. But I'm telling you, Diddy was friends with white people, black people, Spanish people, higher ups, CEOs, and a lot of CEOs that were probably at the fucking parties that recently resigned from their companies and now are in some shit, i.e. the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch right now is caught up in some shit. And allegedly, I heard this motherfucker was at them goddamn parties. See, that's the shit we want to know. Why you guys always gotta make us connect the motherfucking dots out here? Like, I'll see the dots and shit, and then they'll connect some other dots and put them shits in your face. But what about those other dots that got other connections and shit, that got angles? Cause this shit don't make, like I told you, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody peeped that angle. Like last year, Drake was singing how Megan Thee Stallion lied. And then now all of a sudden Drake ain't hot no more. But nobody don't want to peep that. That's a motherfucker. See, that's the shit that'll make me look like I'm one of those conspiracy theory motherfuckers. But I don't know, man. This shit is too obvious to be conspiracy to me. Like, conspiracy theory, I ain't all up in there's aliens and robots, there's aliens and shit and ghosts amongst, there's aliens amongst us. I'm not the nigga that say that all the fucking time, even though I do believe there is aliens amongst us. I mean, do you see how niggas be acting lately? Yeah, I swear to fucking God, I don't think there's humans on this earth no more. You know what I mean? Like, you might see some shit, you might be like, yo, he's just a crackhead. Or like, nah, man, that motherfucker is an alien. It explains a lot of bullshit that be going on around here. A lot of unhumane shit that be going around lately. I be like, nah, the nigga could be alien. The nigga could not be from Earth. I'll be up in the crowd too. I'll be looking at niggas too. I be in the crowd. I be not in the crowd, but I be doing stand-up comedy, and I ask niggas in the crowd. I be like, some niggas be like, yo, where you from? Some people don't want to answer and shit. Or they be like, oh, I'm from here. Or they say something crazy. Or I'm from da-da-da-da. You know why they say that shit or they don't want to say? Because they're alien, B. They're not from Earth. They not from Earth, and they not trying to shout them. And I see it in their fucking eyes now. So now sometimes when I'll be like, hey, where you from? And somebody might look at me and start to shake, or some vibrations, a weird vibration might be going on around his neck or his ears or some shit before he answer, or he'll look at me weird. I'll be like, yo, it's cool, B. I get it. I get it. You're not from here. You're not from anywhere around here, G. I don't even think you're from this earth. That's the way how it is. And if they don't tell us or give us some more clues on who the fuck was at this party, like, why is Diddy in trouble? We know he's in trouble for what? For sex trafficking and doing some crazy deeds, but like, who else was involved? He was having a party because there was other people involved. Are they just trying to take Diddy down for having parties? It don't make no goddamn sense. If anything, where the list at? Where the list at? Who on the list? Tell me about this is all irrelevant. Shit, all irrelevant. We want to know who was at the parties. And if so, are they from Earth? I don't think they're from Earth. That's why they ain't that. That's why we don't see a list. That's why we don't see no fucking list, because there was some goddamn aliens at the party. This shit makes sense now. Matter of fact, it's a celebration, because guess what? Young Thug is home as of right now. As of right now, the boy he finished his time served. Case is over. He home right now. Young Thug is home, and people are surprised because the judge actually said he was allowed to make music with Gunna, and Gunna was labeled. Everybody was thinking Gunna told. That's why they released Gunna. You know, they was like, oh shit, Gunna free, Young Thug in. But yo, Gunna is the only motherfucker. Is one out of 3 motherfuckers Young Thug can make music with. You heard? So Lil Baby got a lot of apologizing to. A lot of people need to apologize to Gunna right now. Man, I'm one of them. Real talk. I'm one of them. Never listened to the man, but already I judged them prejudicedly, and I'm gonna say right now, because you know that's a good example of. We just need to mind our business. You just don't know what the fuck is really going on when they actually put all this other shit in front of you. There's other things going on. They wanted to make you feel like Gunna was a snitch, but during that whole fucking time, there was other people really snitching on other people on some shit, like, and we didn't know. So every time when I'm thinking like, yo, man, maybe right now I'm thinking Tekashi's not a snitch. Like Tekashi is not really a snitch. Like, what was his situation? He did tell us his situation. He said the niggas he snitched on was really some grimy ass niggas. He had to snitch on them because they was not really looking out. So he had to snitch to get the fuck out of the situation he was in, to make himself feel better for his mental case. That's what we thinking, but nah. That's what I'm thinking, but ain't nobody thinking that. They just heard that son told on his peeps, told on his fams, he snitched, and that was it. And then now you don't hear Tekashi no more. You don't make no music. But the guy was out here making some money and shit. Probably feeding his fans. Now he can't feed his fans because he was just trying to look out for himself. Maybe that's the real case. All right? Don't be quick to judge people if you see some things or you see it on the internet and you quick to follow. Be like, yo, if somebody get accused of being something, don't believe the hype. Don't get into the hype of accusing a motherfucker. You know, shout out to Gunna. All right, I'm sorry, Gunna, and you know what? I'm sorry right now. Matter of fact, I ain't sorry though. I gotta end this episode of Rapid Flames. Y'all been real. Okay, stay tuned for the next episode of Rapid Flames. Stay tuned to hear your boy Vito Blaze, aka Vance Michelle. Okay, because you already know I got more flames to throw on the shit I know. Stay lit. To hear more episodes of the Rapid Flames podcast, please subscribe to Rapid Flames podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts these days. Stay lit.